Hey folks, I got another one to show you. Got another one finished up today. This is kind of out of my wheelhouse. This build, it's not normally something that I would tackle. Just kind of not my style. Uh, I like the newer, late '60s, '70s, '80s vehicles. But this is another one going to HRW. Uh, it's part of the 125th scale event. Just a side note on that. Harry's kind of doing things different now. If you want to get in on the showdown and build scratch built cars and get one entered, you go over to HR or Home Racing World and sign up on their forum and become a member. And you need to do that anyway because there's so many resources and so much information on that website that it's unreal. So anyway, become a member on the forum. Doesn't cost you anything. Sign up. And then keep your eye out because there's 2 proxies every year: summer proxy, winter proxy. And you have to be a member on the forum, like I said, and then you got to watch out for when they're coming up, and he'll post on there, and then you need to sign up for it. So he's kind of started to put a cap on things because it's a lot of work. I can't even imagine the way what he did or what he does is a lot of work because it's 3 different classes. Like just the trucks that I had here was a bunch of work. So, if you don't put a cap on it, you end up with 100 cars, and you would never get through that many. So it's kind of the new way that they're doing it now. So just keep that in mind. If I think about it, I'll try to put a link in the description of the forum. But you won't regret. The forum is awesome. There's so much on there. But uh, I'd actually kind of forgot what it was this year, what the 25th scale was going to be, and I had to ask Harry about it, and I think he had told me and I forgot. But anyway, it's the Hudsons, one of the some of the earliest NASCARs, the Flathead 6. None of them had V8s. They were all, I think they were like 308 horsepower, something like that, inline 6 cylinders. So freaking, this thing's a freaking boat. But this was out of a Mobius kit, really nice kit. Uh, I've never done a Mobius kit before, but really nice colored instructions. Instructions were easy enough to read and get through, and tells you, what to paint, everything, and all that jazz, like most of them do. But I did not do a full interior on this. I just did a tray interior, a little crunch for time. But there's my slot car. It's a freaking boat. I think it turned out pretty good. Just went with the box art and tried to make it look as close to the real thing as possible. It's not perfect. None of my models are ever perfect, and that's all right. And I'm not too proud. It's got an HR chassis, H&R chassis underneath it. I polished it up a little bit. I did have to do some modification to it. I changed the motor mount and stuff because the axles I had were the wrong size for the bushings that came with it. So I just put a regular motor mount in it, soldered one in, cut some stuff up, and put new bushings in it, front and back, to accommodate the axles that I had, and didn't mind doing it. Hey, you learn something with every build, and I know that I can do that now. If I need to modify one, that's what's great about the H&Rs. You can do about anything you want to with them. But anyway, I got the driver in there, just a for sale sign for the interior. Let's run some laps with the freaking tank. Now, it's not set up for this track. This is Carrera plastic track. You guys know that I've been working on this and I got it painted. But the rails set up just a little bit higher than they do on a wood track. On a wood track, the braid's a little bit recessed. So I've actually got it set up on the road course over here because that's what Harry's runs, is a wood routed track with braid on it. So right now, basically, My front wheels aren't even really touching the track at all. Over there, they're just barely touching, which is what I want, just a little bit, just enough to kind of make them spin. But here, they're sitting up a little bit, so the car's still sitting a little bit like this. But anyway, I'll shut up here and run some laps with it. I'm not going to really get too crazy with it. I need to add just a little bit of weight to the driver's side. It sounds a little clickety-clack because of that ride height. I can tell it's going to be, it's smooth on the road course. What a freaking big car. Like I said, not something I would normally build, but I had a blast building this thing though. I don't know much about these older cars like this, and it's always fun to learn something. I guess these things kind of dominated back then in the early days. They had the step down frame to keep their center of gravity low. It's a 20,500 Predator in it. The usual Paul gauge, CB design Steelies. Yeah, I think it'll get around the track anyway. Got plenty of float. My battery's about dead. Got good float. One thing I want to say about these little, I got some little plastic strut flat stock in here that I glued some of those nylocks in there, so my screws aren't coming out. I've started to do that with all my builds. You know, the 3A 3D guys, they started putting them in their bodies, and I just put them in all mine now. So you can adapt them to about anything you want, but it's a kind of a tip I'll give you guys. If you're putting these in, just drill a hole big enough to get that nut in there and glue the nut in there, and then you got some nylocks in there, and any build you want to do. But anyway, I thought I'd show that to you guys, and maybe you get a kick out of that. We'll see how it does. I got a feeling as big and heavy as this thing is, and it's got grill parts that are most likely going to go flying. Oh man, if it comes back in one piece, I'll be surprised. But anyway, that's the fabulous Hudson Hornet, driven by Marshall Teague, 1953. I wasn't even thought of yet. So catch you guys later. Appreciate you watching.